Hey, what's going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. Today's video we'll be looking at Lightning Salamance VMAX deck list, as you can see in front of you. So it is going to be interesting to see what this deck can actually do. So I'm going to play with the Salamance VMAX, but only 2 copies of each. Sonic Double, this deck does 42 of opponent's Pokemon with only single energy card, and for the 4 colorless energies we can hit with the Max Wings for 240, weak on the Lightning, resistant on the Fighting, and 2 retreat cost, which means that this Salamance VMAX can have a little bit of potential in the standard format. So in addition to Salamance VMAX, I decided to add a couple more of backup attacking Pokemons to have better matchups against some decks. For example, Hoopa with Evil Domination for Eternatus VMAX matchup, Zapdos that can help us, for example, potentially in ADP matchup, and obviously Zigzagoon to, have that knockouts on the bench with, Sonic Double. There is Tapu Koko with the Dance of the Ancients for energy acceleration, and 1 of each Eldegoss, 2 the Denes, and 1 Crobat Weave for the setup, and 3 copies of Jirachi for the Stellar Wish. Addition to that, I'm running 4 copies of Pokecom and 4 copies of a Quick Ball for the Pokemon Search. We also play 4 copies of Crushing Hammer, so we can disrupt our opponent energies with the hammers as long as we can get lucky. We're gonna be good to go. There is also 1 copy of Ordinary Rod in this deck, which makes things much more better to recycle. For example, we can recycle 2 non-Wii Pokemons like Hoopa and Zapdos plus 2 basic energies, which can always be useful. Additionally, 4 copies of Scoop Up Net and Switch to switch around Jirachi. 4/4 3 line of Research, Marnie, and Boss's Orders, 1 Chaotic Spell, and then 4 of each Triple Acceleration, Powerful Colress Energy, and Lightning Energy. So this is the deck list that I'm going to use in today's video. So if you already didn't, please consider subscribing to the channel for more videos, and hit the likes up if you already didn't. Alright, so that's it for the video introduction. Let's move on to the game test and see how this deck works in action. So see you in the game. Alright, so who's gonna start first? Looks like I have opportunity to go first, and I'm gonna definitely use it. Ooh, what an amazing opening hand. So there's a lot of possibilities with this opening hand. Really a lot of different opportunities. So first things first, let's go with 1 Pokecom, and let's grab that Salamance V. This is going to be energy attachment, 1 Stellar Wish for Quick Ball, and then I can try to set the Zapdos on the bench, Quick Ball for Quick Ball, and get something like a Tapu Koko, play Crobat for 5, and draw more energies, cards, and other things. Oh, not those energies. Okay. Oof. 2 Triple Acceleration energies. From this Crobat, I guess it would be better if I just decided not to draw anything. Okay, but still I can just, Jirachi, potentially get Pokecom. With Pokecom trade another Jirachi, get myself a Salamance VMAX, evolve, but then I just need to find a way to switch somehow. Well, that's gonna be the problem. Discarding 2 out of 4 Triple Acceleration energies. In early stage of the game can be rough, but as long as my opponent won't be able to attach extra energy with Power Acceleration, but he will, I might get lucky with the Hammer. Okay, I do have Hammer, and I do flip heads on the coin flip, and I have Stellar Wish into Switch. Okay, that is interesting. That is really interesting, but other than that switch, I don't see too many options. So I'm gonna try to go with the safe route here, and probably getting myself the Dene into play. And I'm wondering, is it worth to play Boss's Orders or not? So I guess we're gonna go with the Boss's Orders on the one with the energy. And right now I just need VMAX Salamance, and I managed to get one. Okay, that's good. Additionally, there's nothing else to be used. I mean, I can hit for 260 and knock him out. Well, that's okay. We're gonna do that. We're gonna definitely do that. Putting a lot of pressure to our opponent in the early stage of the game. I managed to discard one energy, and I managed to knock the Eternatus Wii out, which means that he's basically without energies and down to one Eternatus instead of two of them. His start was pretty good. And there is a Sneasel as well. And I didn't even put my secret weapon on the table. And that, oh, he looks like that he pricked. Okay, with that being said, knowing that my opponent pricked, I'm gonna scoop that Jirachi from play, and then I'm gonna just use it with a quick ball. And I'm thinking about just getting another Dedenne, but obviously I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna go with Hoopa for now, and with one Marnie. So I'm gonna let my opponent know that I also have Hoopa in my deck as well, and that he needs to be careful a lot. I think it's not worth the switch. Nah, not at all. We're just gonna go with one energy attachment and with one Sonic Double. So hitting the active Eternatus for 60 and bench Sneasel for 40, which means that this Sneasel might even be knocked out next turn if I get lucky. Who knows what I managed to get my opponent with the Marnie. I hope I help him, but at least a little bit. So there is a Great Ball, and there's just the Absol. Okay, and another Great Ball, which might be for Eternatus VMAX or Eternatus Wii. Oh, that's bad. Will there be a supporter card? Yes, it will be. So there is a Research for 7. I have 30 damage, which means that my opponent needs to hit for like 290. 290, he needs 2 Zigzagoons and Eternatus VMAX in order to one-hit knock on my Salamance VMAX. So if that happens, I'm gonna lose my attacking Pokemon, but I have Hoopa to respond, so no, he just hit for 180, and I think right now is just the perfect time to switch. But meanwhile, I'm gonna use first Crushing Hammer to knock one of those two energies, use Switch onto Hoopa, and plays Research for 7. Yeah, that's okay. That's more than okay. How many energies do I have? Only one. Huh. Okay. Well, then I'm going to... I'm calculating, I'm thinking, and I think it is worth to just attach one of those two energies obviously onto the Zapdos. And another thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna Pokecomb that Zigzagoon into another Salamance, so I can have 2 Salamance VMAX next turn in play, just in case. An Evil Domination my opponent for 70. So this Eternatus is very, very close to be knocked out next turn. Obviously Hoopa will carry me good, trading 1 for 3 prize cards potentially. Even if he bosses orders and knocks my Salamance VMAX, it really doesn't matter too much, because still I can hit heavy with another one, but right now I cannot because he played Marnie. And I only have one more triple acceleration energy left, but I definitely managed to slow my opponent a lot with that Crushing Hammer, because he was literally forced to throw the... Yeah, he was literally forced to throw that energy on active Eternatus, and if I knock him out back, he will lose a lot. So 1, 2, 3. Only 4 Pokemons with abilities are in play for my opponent right now. I'm going with my Salamance VMAX to the active, with one huge Crushing Hammer, which this time will result in Tails. I'm gonna do the boat. I have 1 energy. I'm thinking about powerful energy attachment. Let's be honest. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about it, but I think I'm gonna go all in with that research for 7. I still can play the Dene, so I'm good. Okay, so definitely reward paid off. There is a triple acceleration energy. And I can also put a little bit more of pressure onto the... So I'm gonna be down to 1 price. Let's go on the Sneasel. Max Wings for the knockout, mowing down to 1 price. And this game is very close to be over next turn. All I really need is just boss's order play. Oh, I played my Zigzagoon, but right now my opponent can discard the Sneasel with 10 damage. I didn't even think about that. When you play against alternatives, you always think that your opponent have... Oh, but he actually accidentally, or maybe not accidentally, maybe by the purpose, he decided to left the Sneasel in play. So we definitely destroyed our opponent with the hammers. But also, bad draw with alternatives leads to something like this. So there is another Crobat, energy to alternatives we. I don't have any triple acceleration energy card left to use, which means only one thing. Right now, my opponent thinks, well, okay, he cannot one-hit knock on my alternatives we, meaning that I can try to set up another alternatives VMAX, or I can, you know, try to, yeah, he decided to, okay, there's a red and blue. Okay, that makes more sense, because right now with the red and blue, he can get a little bit more of energies and play with that Weavile and use Shadow Connection. Okay, I didn't see that coming. Really need to be honest. But right now, he have enough energies to knock me out. Which means one thing, still boss's orders works perfectly for me. But will I be able to get boss's orders in play? That is a very good question, because right now my opponent also needs boss's orders. Okay, and I really hate to say that, but I might go with just a Zigzagoon in the front, because boss's orders is the way to go. And no boss's orders. Not even a Heads on the Crushing Hammer. I do have Switch. You gotta be kidding me. How many boss's orders did he use? I think none of them. Only one discarded. If I can only play that communication, the game would be over. Well, we need to hope for the best with the Marnie. Best of luck for us, I guess. It's all up to the boss's orders. I do have right now boss orders in my hand. And I also have Sonic Double, 40, 80 to the active. And hoping for the next turn, you know, for that boss's order play. There is Greninja and Zoroark. And another Sneasel. I mean, as long as he don't have boss order, I'm okay. But if he have, I mean, it's up to the boss's orders, you know. Energy for alternatives, Marnie. Whew, okay, I guess I'm gonna get boss order right now. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Go away. Go away. No way. Come on, you gotta be kidding. What a dramatic game that is. The top deck, Lightning Energy. Wow. Wow, I use my Tapu Koko. I do have Switch. What in the world can I do with that Switch? Literally nothing. If I only bench down that Jirachi turn before 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meanwhile, my opponent evolved. I do have Zigzagoon. Assault, Thunderous Assault for 80, that's it. Yeah, I have boss's orders at least. Again, 2 times in a row my opponent just knocked the win from my hands. I'm just gonna say well played, because I'm expecting to see him getting that energy card in play. There's a red and blue actually instead. Phew, he didn't have boss's orders? Does he have a great catcher or something else? Really have no clue. You have Guzzlord. Oh yeah, he can use the knockout with the Guzzlord. Yeah, obviously. Okay, so that's the knockout for 2 prizes with the Guzzlord. We were close. Unfortunately, if I bench down the Dene and if I switch to him, I would have Scoop Up Net. Switch probably, yeah, that was a horrible misplay. I mean, it wasn't a misplay. I mean, I don't know, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Overall, really hard to judge and tell, because that boss orders was literally the card that I was looking for in order to win the game, and simply 2 times in a row I just lose it due to the Marnie plays. And yeah, but anyways, it is a definitely interesting Salamance VMAX deck list. It is a balanced Salamance VMAX deck list in my opinion. It can definitely work well, and it can definitely serve you well as long as you know, at least know how to play it. And if you practice it a little bit, and if you get lucky with the crushing hammers, you can basically beat every deck, especially something like Eternatus VMAX. But that red and blue definitely helped my opponent a lot to get that Eternatus VMAX back in play. And at the end, that Guzzlord, I mean, really clever play by the Guzzlord for 2 prize card knockout against my Zapdos. Nothing I could do. If there was a Hoopa in the front, for example, that wouldn't happen, unfortunately, because he would still need a Zigzagoon. But even with a Zigzagoon, he could simply get that extra 10 damage. But I didn't see a single Zigzagoon that he played, so probably he was just focused around Weavile. And anyways, that's a GG. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, hit a thumbs up and click the follow button. Have a nice day till the next time. And yeah, goodbye.